Next, we can study about what are the different ways of separating mixtures. First one is magnetism, hand separation, filtration, shifting or sieving, extraction and evaporation. And the last one is chromatography. Next, this is also separation of mixtures. The topic is sieving. Sieving is used to separate minute particles of different size, passing it through a sieve. So this is also in our day-to-day life we can use this separation of mixtures. Next one is hand picking. Hand picking, the components of solid mixtures can be separated by hand picking. So this is only useful when the particles are large enough to be seen clearly. It is the most commonly used method of separation. And then hand picking, this is also it is an excellent method of controlling pest, especially when a few plants are infested. So it is the easiest and direct way to kill the visible and slowly moving pest. And this is also sedimentation and decantation. Separation of mixture, another type. Sedimentation is the process in which the insoluble heavy solid particles settle down their own in a solution. In order to separate the two, the liquid has to be gently poured into another. And then this is also sifting or sieving method of separation of mixtures. Sieving is used to separate a dry mixture which contains substances of different sizes by passing it through a sieve. It is also in our daily life we can use. And then magnetic attraction or magnetic separation. So this is also we can use in our day-to-day life. Magnetism is a process in which magnetically susceptible material is extracted from a mixture using a magnetic force. And then no chemical change occurs when the salt water is distilled. This is also distillation, another method of separation of mixtures. Distillation, the method name is distillation. Salt water solution, salt plus water we can separate using with the distillation. And next, this is the way how we can separate the mixtures. What are the ways? Hand picking, threshing, winnowing, sieving, magnetic attraction, sublimation, evaporation, crystallization, sedimentation and decantation, loading, filtration, distillation, centrifugation, paper chromatography. This is the way we can use the separation of mixtures. And then separation of mixtures, identify the different ways of separating mixtures, determine how the different ways are used to separate mixtures. So already we know that what are the way we can use the separation of mixtures: hand picking, threshing, winnowing, sieving, magnetic attraction, sublimation, evaporation, crystallization, sedimentation, etc. And then winnowing is the mixture is allowed to fall from a height. The lightened components get separated from the heavier ones because of wind or air blow. So this method is used to separate lighter husk from heavier grains like wheat. So filtration, next one is commonly mechanical or physical operation which is used for a separation of solids from fluids. Liquids or gases. Fluids means liquids or gases. By interposing a medium through which only the fluid can pass. So using a coffee filter to separate the coffee flavor from the coffee beans. And another one is types of mixtures. Already we know that heterogeneous mixtures. And then evaporation. Evaporation is a process in which a liquid changes into gaseous form on heating, allowing the liquid to evaporate, leaving the solid behind. And next one is sublimation. The process in which a solid changes directly into gaseous state on heating is called sublimation. The liquid state is directly promoted to or converted into gaseous state. This is called as sublimation. And then sedimentation and decantation is the process by which the insoluble heavy solid particles settle down their own in a solution. This is called as sedimentation or decantation. And then this is also decantation. This process obtaining a clear liquid by pouring a solution from a container in order to leave sediments in the bottle of the original container is called decantation. And then distillation. Distillation is the process by which a mixture is separated by heating a solution and condensing using a cooling tube. The liquid collected is the distillate. And then homogeneous mixture is that which has the same composition throughout, that is, its components are uniformly distributed and cannot be distinguished from each other. So this is also homogeneous mixture. Separation of sand and salt water mixtures. And then this is an example using chromatography paper to separate ink into its original components. And centrifugation, another separation of mixture, centrifugation. Spin sample very rapidly, denser materials go to bottom outside. Separate blood into serum and plasma. So plasma equal to less dense. Erythrocytes equal to red blood cells. So check for anemia, lack of iron. This is also separation of methods for mixtures. Centrifugation involves the use of the centrifugal force. More dense components migrate away. Solid particles remain on the bottom. So we can use in our day-to-day life, mixie, grinder, washing machine. This is also spinning type centrifugal method, but we can use in our day-to-day life. Examples: corn oil, white vinegar, a sugar, a salt solution. This is all example how we can separate the solutions. Loading is the process which speeds up sedimentation. In fact, loading is a faster process as compared to sedimentation. Types of mixtures: homogeneous, heterogeneous mixture. These type of mixtures we can be separated. These and all you can see and understand the concept of separating mixtures. Thank you, students.